Hi, I'm Jonetta Simon. I'm the Executive Director of Family Promise of Waukesha County. Our purpose is to make sure that families have safe, stable, permanent, independent housing. We're dedicated to helping families who are experiencing homelessness, and we do provide emergency shelter. We use single-family apartments, and families can stay there for up to 90 days. During that time, they have case management, they have a family advocate that works with them, trying to help them make sure that they're working, that they're in a place that they can secure their own home after the 90 days. As you can imagine, our shelter is often at capacity. Most of the shelters in Waukesha County are at capacity. So we've also started a program called Shelter Diversion. Shelter Diversion is a program that when someone comes to us, a family comes to us, we try to talk with them and find out what resources do they have available to themselves. We try to provide creative solutions, give them ideas of things that they may not have thought through. It's hard to get out of poverty. We know it takes time to break that cycle and to break the cycle of homelessness. So one of the great success stories that we've seen recently is a mom who was living in her car for about 2 months with her 2 daughters. She'd call us every week, hoping that we had space available for her and her family. She did everything in her power to make sure that no one knew that she was homeless. She didn't want the stigma of homelessness attached to her children. And so after 2 months, she was able to come into our shelter. She continued to work with our case manager. After she was in her own place, we asked her, what was the best part of being a Family Promise? She said the best part of Family Promise for her was that first night where she was able to see her daughters in a bed with a pillow, with their own blankets, to have a roof over their head. And I just, any parent that thinks about that and thinks about 2 months of your kids not having that, that has to be an incredible challenge. For us, we know that we need more space for transitional housing, for shelter, and so we're looking at developing a project where we'd have 10 apartment units. This new facility would have a community space where the library can come in and do sessions for the families, or someone can come in and help with financial literacy. We can do some things on parenting and stress management and dealing with the trauma. So I think we can provide better service to families by having this space, and we'll be able to expand the number of families that we serve. In our DNA is connection to congregations. We are a secular organization, but throughout our years, our history, we've worked closely with churches. There's something powerful that happens when you're in this, probably the worst situation of your life, and there's a complete stranger who cares about you, who wants to spend time with you, who elevates your humanity by listening to your story, getting to know your name. We just know that for us to really have a long-term impact on families' lives, there needs to be a connection to the community. There are a lot of stereotypes about people experiencing homelessness. Most people don't think about families with little children. And so for the volunteers to hear their story, then they become ambassadors. And we really need people to tell that story, those positive experiences they've had with the families we work with, to break down those stereotypes, and to build compassion and care for people who are incredibly vulnerable in incredibly difficult situations.